Today I want to talk about the difference between being fearless and being fearless. I woke up and the only thing that was on my brain was a picture of like a flashcard where it said fearless and then it said fear-less. And so I started thinking about that and I thought, okay, what's the difference between being fearless, which you think of being bold and adventurous and nothing scares you, and you'll, jump off a cliff, you'll take on any challenge, you're totally fearless. And really fearing less, fear less, love more. And that's really what life is all about. It's not about blindly being fearless and jumping into things and being bold on a much deeper level, because sometimes all that fearless stuff can just be a cover-up. It can be an act. It can be a mask you wear of being fearless and bold and taking risks and taking chances, when really it's covering up the insecurities of all the fears that you have. So you're not fearing less, you're just covering it all up. So let's focus on fear less and love more. Doesn't that feel much better? And when you think about it, what is it that you fear? Really, deep down, what do you fear? Do you fear that the things you want, you'll never get? And who you want to be, you might never become? And what you have could be taken away, and then you'd have nothing, and you'd be alone? I think at the bottom of most of our fears are fears like that. Fears about not being enough, not being good enough, about not being liked, not being loved, not being accepted. And all of those fears, you can fear less by loving more. So if you show more love and compassion to yourself, then you will fear those things less, because the love takes over. Love is much more powerful than fear. Love will conquer those fears. So if you focus on loving yourself, accepting yourself, not having that sense of not being good enough, of not being able to accomplish what you want to accomplish or be who you want to be, or feeling like a big fear that entrepreneurs have is being found out. What if people find out that I'm not all I act like I am? What if they find out that I'm a phony, that I'm really an insecure person? And what if I can't keep this act up? And that's why it's bigger, 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 better, better. Bigger cars, more expensive this, better that, the Ferraris and the big mansions and everything. It's all for show to mask the insecurities, the fear that they live with by pretending to be bold and big and fearless, when really you need to get to that place of fear less, love more. So just kind of take that in today and think about that and roll around in your head fear-less, fear less. What does that mean to you? Fear less. And when you sit with that for a little bit, then add the second half, love more. And try to figure out for you personally how those 4 words can empower you in your life.